This is the restaurant and pool area at the back of the, I suspect, an elegant hotel. It certainly has all of that aura and ambience when I roam through it. Of course, when a swine goes through a clean barn, it thinks it's in heaven, I suppose. After finishing the Brazilian Falls, I've stopped at this hotel to have something cool to drink, which is naranja, orange juice, and agua mineral, mineral water, which is what I like a lot to drink, and so I mix the two. And then this is my sandwich, which has queso. I'm not sure, I think those are the dried tomatoes, or maybe some ham or something. There's bacon in there, something like that. I'm impressed that it's, first of all, two sandwiches in one, it looks like. And number one is wheat, and then there are French fries. How nice that is. Let's see if my diarrheic stomach, which started this morning and ended pretty good after about 2.5, 3 hours. See if it stays that way. Okay, this is Puerto Iguazu, the town that supports the Argentine side of the Iguazu National Park, Parque Nacional. I'll just pan slowly through here. That apparently is the road and the direction that I go to get back to Hostel Inn. Hostel Inn. And I will just begin my lazy meandering, which is what tourists are supposed to do. Have some ice cream, and we'll now go the opposite direction. Yes. That one says CATARATAS, which means it's going to the falls. I won't want that. I want 500 kilometers. I always look for the parks in cities because to me that defines them in any country. Although in a place like Argentina, so much of it is like a park that it's probably not hard to find those environs, but maybe not. This is in Escuela Nariamo Moreno. Very, very pretty. I can only wonder what it looks like inside. Imagine what it takes to lay out these roads and oftentimes the sidewalks of stone like this. I'm sure in Jackson, where I see it done, it's very expensive. Here, of course, labor is cheap, so Policía de Gestones. Pretty building. Misiones is the name of the provincial, or the province, what you might call a county. Restaurant buffet type thing. Cool. The Argentine version of Franklin's idea. International Harvester. Associación de Bomberos, Voluntarios, Ciudad de Puerto Iguazu, Misiones. And yet some places like this old building seem to reflect an earlier time, and even perhaps even a nostalgia. For example, what would that suite of rooms or whatever it is up there be like back when those shutters were brand new instead of very old? This out of place corner has what look like two nice little cafes. I say out of place because it doesn't seem to be anything unique as an area, but maybe it is. That's a nice new building, or at least it's been newly remodeled. And there's something old and funky over here I want to go see. This probably is still a very, very good area. These look like a very high quality department store. There's always the mix. The best with not more than a half a block away, the worst. No telling what the history of that area is, and that brick edifice. And what kind of bird is this? Which there are two. Some kind of quail, perhaps? This seems to me a typical contradiction. A quaint wall of arches, and then fenced, and then at this point, something that used to be here that's been leveled. Was it a house? Was it a business? Somebody still own it? They plan on doing something with it? Doesn't look like it. This is a building undergoing either remodeling or being built up. Slowly, it looks like it could be Venturia's color shop, a photo shop of some sort of thing. Buenas tardes, señor. Mucho trabajo.
Bastante.
Looks like it might have been a nightclub sometime. Maybe, with the carvings, but who knows. Birds. An owl. Another probably owl. Madonna can see that they do beads here too. In this fabric shop. I guess a higher percentage of women do their own sewing than in the United States. Just a guess. This is a lingerie shop, at least I think that's what the word implies. And there is a sign from what I think is a Chilean poet, Pablo Neruda. Para mi corazón, basta tu pecho, para tu libertad, bastan mis alas. Don't know what it means. And this area looks like an area in transition, certainly relatively newly painted, kind of a modern design with the circles and the lack of molding around the doors. But yet here an older 3-story building, it looks like the top 2 stories are abandoned. Same with the building across, says Cuba Libre. I don't know if there is a business in there. It's hard to tell. There are very few people walking around. Looks like that business the woman is walking by is abandoned. Trash and debris outside, but maybe they're remodeling. Looks like it. Don't know what these offices are, but they're very, very nice offices. Pretty wood, new brick, with nothing on them that defines what they are. Parque Natural Municipal, but it looks. This was taken on the 22nd of January, just about a week and a half before I leave for Argentina. 1907.